afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the channel Bean Pipe School. I am Vijaya Lakshmi, and today I am going to discuss about electric current and its effect of class 7. And here in this discussion, I have with me Shornodip Shaha of class 7. He is my student, and today he has an exciting project on electric circuit, and he will be explaining about the circuit, its components, and how the circuit works. Before that, I am going to explain something about electricity, electric current, and then I will hand over to Shornodip for the explanation. Now let me begin with electric circuit. Now here in electric circuits, when we talk about electricity, first thing comes on mind is the glowing of bulb, isn't it? Now imagine the day if Edison hadn't discovered the electric bulb. We still would have been using our old methods of getting light, isn't it? Sources of light. But the electricity, being a form of energy, has given way to lots of different invention, creations, and has in fact made our life very simple. And now the question comes: now for a current to flow, what an electric current needs to flow? It's something that to make the electric current flow, we need a source of current, that is a source from where the current is getting produced. And for that we need electric sources such as battery. We need battery being an instant source of current because it it stores chemical energy, and that gets transferred into electrical energy. Now here what we can say is current is nothing but flow of electrons. Once the electron flows in a path, we can say that current is current is present in the circuit. Now it is a continuous. Without these two basic things, electric current will not flow. That is a complete circuit we need, and we also need an uh, electrical source. Either it can be a cell or it can be a battery. So electricity is a flow of electrons around the circuit. So electrons will flow from positive to negative, whereas current will direction of the current flow is just the opposite of the flow of electron. That is from positive to negative source. Now electric charges move from high voltage to low voltage area, that is from negative to positive circuits, and that is why the path of the current is taken in the opposite way, that means from positive to negative. So what is an electric circuit? It's a closed loop through which charges continuously move, and the direction is the conventional direction of current, that is from positive to negative. A circuit contains power source, it contains uh, electrical components. It can be a light source, it can be a fan, it can be any electrical sources which we need to run, and it even needs to control a controller to control the flow of electric current. So this was it, and I will be telling Shornodip to explain us about the circuit that he has made, show us the circuit, and please explain us about the circuit and how you have made it, and you tell all your younger fellow mates how they can do it and design it by their own self.
A great honor is given to me by Vijayalakshmi ma'am. So as the ma'am told, today I will show my electric circuit and also tell some few things. So let's start. Now I have this electric circuit with me. You may see. So now in our houses we generally use this electric circuit before like switching on the fan and lights and etc. So now what we see, when we switch it on, the bulb glows. When you switch it off, it turns normal and it doesn't close. But how does it work? Let's find out. So now I'm flipping the circuit, and you will be surprised to know that there is so much behind a single circuit. So yeah, you can see that here's the bulb. So from the bulb, two wires are going. Now we can see that one wire is going through this thing, which is the switch, as I told, and then it is going to this one. This is actually nothing, just a battery holder which I just made. Okay, so this is another wire which is connecting the another way. Now, why the two ways are needed? As ma'am told that we need the negative terminal and the positive terminal for the working of a circuit. And that's why here we have one side the positive terminal and the other side the negative terminal. And here how it works. So we have this bulb here. The wire goes in two directions. From this, it takes the energy from this cell or battery, and then it starts the clock. Now, when I will switch it on, the circuit is fully complete, and hence the full current flow is working. And you can see that here the full current flow is flowing. But as soon as I switch it off, it will automatically break the circuit inside the switch and it will not work anymore. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Sharnodeep. It was a nice project, circuit project that you have done, and I hope watching this, lots of youngsters and classmates will surely do it. Students studying in class chapter, and surely that you have shown it the back of your circuit. It's a network of conductors. Now, how do we represent this one in a circuit in our copy? It is called as the circuit diagram. Now, here in a circuit diagram, there is a cell or a battery, whatever we take. Then we show it as a switch, and we also connect a electrical device. It can be a light, it can be a fan, or it can be motor, whatever it can be. And there is a wire or a conductor. So this is a simple electric circuit with only one bulb, a cell and a switch. So a single electric circuit contains some electrical components. So we have, these are called as the electrical components. A battery or a cell is an electrical component, a switch is an electrical component, a bulb or any other electrical means electrical devices, they are electrical components, and even the conductor or the wire is a electrical component. Now what are electrical conductors? Electrical conductors are metals which conduct electricity without any hindrance or without any opposition. It can flow very easily. It allows electric current to flow smoothly. So metals such as aluminium, copper, iron, steel are all good conductors. So that is why most of the electrical objects or electrical components, they use electrical conductors which are made from aluminium, copper, and iron. But iron, aluminium being very gives a lot of heat. So copper being a very good conductor, it has been used. So best conductor is silver. Now which is beyond our expense, isn't it? So that is why silver conductors are not used. Copper is the second best choice. So this is what. So that is the use of electrical conductors. Then come the switch. For the switch is a device that breaks or makes the circuit. That means the circuit is made with the switch. When you switch it on, it makes the circuit, and it breaks the circuit when it is switched off. Okay. So when a switch is closed on, it makes the circuit. and electricity can flow. The current can flow without any opposition or without any stop. Whereas this is the on position. When we on the switch, what we do? When we on the switch, the switch symbol is used in this way, like with two dots and a single line. When it is switched off, the connection is detached. So this symbol, the left side picture that you can see is when the circuit with a switch off position, and right side shows us the circuit with switch on position. And the symbol of bulb is also used in this manner, or sometimes B is written, or you get a curved uh, wire symbol also is given sometimes. So this simple switches can also be made with pins that you have with you, the pins that we use it for connecting papers or
Ma'am,
bundling.
is it like the like safety pins type of?
Absolutely, it can be. Safety pins can also be used. Some metal pins which nowadays been used to open the mobile, what you say, the SIM card and all, we have to fit
The
into.
pin. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that can also be used because it's made up of metal. That also can be used for making a connection as a switch. You can make and break the circuit. Whole circuit can be made in that way. Now, the main common question that comes to one's mind, that why we have insulators, or why is there a plastic coating over an conductor as we have copper conductors, but why is a plastic coating provided over the conductor? Now the reason of having a plastic coating is that it gives an insulation. Okay. Now insulators allow electricity. They do not allow electricity to pass. So that means we can safely hold the wire, but never try to hold it when the insulator is not present. What would happen if we hold it? Shaunadeep, can you just say?
Yes, ma'am. So as I show in the circuit that I touched both the ends of the this wires for connecting them with the batteries. But if you currently notice, I would just on the camera, I just
Hmm.
show it was that here I have a black tape which is also an insulator of electricity, and thus I don't get a shock, or else the safety measures are like requested to all. And also this circuit making I'll tell at the end of the video. So yeah.
As you had suggested to use a black tape, so why we use it a black or whatever insulating tapes have been supplied in the market, they available. So we use it generally to conceal the open conductor, so that if we do not get an electric shock or current while holding that particular insulator. Okay, that is the reason. So what are insulators? Insulators are materials that do not allow electricity to pass. So we have plastic, wood, glass and rubber as insulators. They are good electrical devices that provides protection against electrical shocks. Okay, so that is why most of the materials are often used to cover materials that carry electricity. So this is a picture of a simple electrical circuit and a diagram, or even you can make it in this way, which this one I had taken it from our reliable Google download images. So we can make it in this way, and we can even draw a circuit this way and present it for our school presentation. So here
Yes,
you
ma'am. This
can
is
see.
actually a point. Actually, many like most of the schools give this project. It is very common project. Like make a
Hmm.
circuit and show. So yeah,
Hmm.
this is very helpful for them.
Yeah, exactly. And here you can see the direction of the electric current is shown. And let me tell you, this is very important. The presentation of arrow, the mark of arrow is very important. You have to show in which direction the arrow is moving, because that indicates the flow of current in your circuit. Okay, while drawing, especially. And
But ma'am, what
yeah.
if we don't use the arrow? Does it? We will lose the marks if we don't use the arrow.
Yes, the flow of electric current has to be shown in the diagram. Yes. And even in the ray diagrams, like for that, for writing the symbols in case of diagrams of light chapter, when I will be telling you
Yes,
when
ma'am.
we are studying, there also giving arrow is mandatory. Okay, because if you don't show the path, how will people understand which way the current is flowing? That
Yes,
is a
ma'am.
path you have to show, because we all know that current flows from positive to negative end. Okay, so here you can see in this circuit there is a switch, there is a bulb, and there is a source of battery, and source of electric current, and even the path there is. And here you will see the conductors are not shown, but here this child who has done it, the conductors are concealed inside under this paper. Okay, so that is why it is not visible.
Yes, ma'am. As I showed in my diagram, or I mean my sample, that I have used a cardboard paper. That's why.
Exactly. You have designed it very smartly, and from the front end, it looks a flush circuit, but at the back end, there you have the network of the circuit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you were telling that you will be suggesting your fellow mates on how to construct the circuit.
Yes, ma'am. Of course. You saw that in that diagram which ma'am showed, they have done in this way only, but I just did so that I can make you understand. Or else you also may do like this. The wire is going this way, and then you have the switch, and etc. So now, how I have made it. Now let's see. So first of all, I have just cut this part of the cardboard and place the switch. Then as you can see, of course, then I have like taken two wires and then attached them with a small bulb. Now where is this bulb came from? This is actually a very funny story. This is just a bulb from a toy which I used to play with childhood. So maybe you also have that spongy ball which you throw at the ground and it glows. So that bulb I have used. So yeah, and then I have attached this thing. And also I have attached this bulb with you can see very like closely that there are some tapes which I said that we would be needing also. And then I have like used the cardboard for case holder type of. You may also use a matchstick box or like that. So yeah, and then I have stick the wires from the negative and the positive ends. And then what we can see that when we will switch it on, the bulb glows. So this is how I made it. So and also it should be under the guidance of your parents so that it may not be something like no accident should occur. So yeah, over to you, ma'am.
Nodeep, you might your presentation was wonderful, and thank you and for joining. And if you have any questions, you still can ask me.
Ma'am, excuse me. Actually, I had a question. Is that, ma'am, how can we determine the flow of current? May you please tell?
As I had told, current always flows from positive to negative
Yeah.
direction. Now we have the cell. Don't we have the cell? Now I don't have
Yes.
cell around me here now. The cell which we have, there is a positive sign written at the top of the cell, and a negative sign is written at the bottom, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Of the
True.
there are two terminals given in a circuit.
I have a cell, so yeah, I'm showing just.
Yeah,
So
just
yeah.
check it that at the top end, the reason
Yes, ma'am.
one which
Actually,
is flat, you
yeah.
have a flat
Here.
steel end. Yeah, there you can see a positive sign, a plus sign is written there. So that is from
There
where
is the
the
minus
current,
sign and there is the plus sign.
from minus sign, the electrons will start flowing after the chemical reaction, because a cell has chemicals inside. And
Right.
once the circuit is connected together, you will get once the circuit is connected together, you will get flow of charge. Okay. Now these flow of charges begin from the negative end and they will enter into the positive. Now the direction of the current will always be from the positive to the negative. Clear? Any more
Yep.
questions you have? Anything you want to ask?
I just wanted to ask that, ma'am, how this like switch works, like inside it, how the circuit breaks and how it like joins. Can you please explain?
Okay. Now, actually, there are different types of switches, which is beyond the scope of your chapter. But a simple switch, as you can see that we can make it with a safety pin. We can do it with a safety pin. Like you can, there should be a connection, a joint, a fixed joint, and another one is a free end. So easily that can get detached and get attached, but at one point. But a normal switch, a conventional switch that we have in all our household appliances or devices in our systems, we have a toggle switch sort of thing, but it goes into on and off position. There is a spring attached. A spring is attached which forces or forces, once you push it down, the spring get detached and it is in on position. And again, when you switch it off, the spring jumps into the other end. So likewise, the system works. For that, I have to again open a switch and explain you one day. Okay, just give me a reminder and I can show
Yep.
you how it happens. Okay, any more questions?
Sorry, ma'am, but for now, I don't have any questions. Ma'am, but I would request you, like, just for my fellow mates, I know this fact, but I would just request, just for like general knowledge, like who made the bulb? Please tell.
Okay, okay. Please write your answer in the comment section. The question is, who discovered electric bulb? Right?
Yes. Please write in the comments and also don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.
Okay, and thank you everyone for watching this video.